The main purpose of the fifth paragraph from lines 38 to 47 is to what? I'm using the same strategy I've been using throughout and covering up the choices so that I can force myself to make predictions about what I think the answer is going to be. So I'm going to rip-rap, right? Rephrase if possible, and then read around and predict. So rephrasing this question, the main purpose of the fifth paragraph is what? So I'm going to rephrase that as, what is the author trying to get at? What is the author trying to achieve with the fifth paragraph? And so let's go over to the text and see if we can make a prediction. Oh, and I wrote down here during the, let me zoom out a little bit. So during the question survey step, I wrote a 5 here to signal this is question 5. It also happens to be paragraph 5. And I wrote in the margins, focus on actions. And taking a quick look, let me expose we're at the right paragraph. I wanted to expose the line numbers. Taking a quick look at the first line, it introduces this new idea. There is yet another approach, and I'd written in the side, focus on action. So I think that what this paragraph is doing, what the author wants to do here, is introduce this focus on the actions. We can focus on our actions themselves instead of rooting ethics in character, which is our Greek idea, or the consequences of actions, which is from Smith. We can focus on our actions themselves. Okay, so I'm going to say that the purpose of this fifth paragraph here is to introduce a new idea, a third way. So let me write down my prediction. The main purpose of the fifth paragraph is to introduce a third way of thinking about ethical economics. So let's take a look at these choices now. So the main purpose is to develop a counter-argument to the claim that greed is good. That doesn't match our prediction. Choice B, provide support to the idea that ethics is about character. We know that's about a different paragraph. I'm going to cross that one off. C, describe a third approach to defining ethical economics. There we go. It matches our prediction. Let's see what what D is, see if D is even stronger. The main purpose of the fifth paragraph is to illustrate that one's actions are a result of one's character. No, again, that has to do with a different paragraph. So I came up with this prediction while looking at the paragraph, while looking at the passage. My thinking is that this paragraph introduces a third way of thinking. And then I applied that prediction to the choices and used it to find my answer. And now that we've already found the answer, on test day, you would move on. But since these are, instructional videos, let me pause for a second and slow down my thinking process and tell you why A, B, and D are not the correct answer. So choice A, counter-argument to the claim that greed is good. The way this passage's argument works, the three different arguments, aren't really in direct conflict with one another. It's just that they're all three different ways of looking at the same problem. So none of the arguments say, okay, well, Adam Smith is wrong and Aristotle is right because of X. It's just that the way the author lays out these different philosophies, just judging from what I know of the passage and the way that these different arguments interact with each other, I know that they never function as counter-arguments against one another. They're each putting forth a different idea about how econ could be ethical, but not saying, okay, Adam Smith is wrong, Aristotle is right. So that takes care of A. For B and D, actually, all we have to do is focus on the word character, right? And that connects us to Aristotle in the paragraph that I labeled as, it's the thought that counts, right? Because this part of the passage was all about character. It's functioning as a kind of buzzword for how the passage's author thinks about Aristotle. And so when I see the word character, I know that it's talking about a different paragraph. So I can just ignore those choices. But most important of all is that I had this prediction about what the fifth paragraph was about. I applied my prediction to the choices, and that enabled me to make a quick and informed decision.